Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Hicks. I am the application engineer here at Nora Lighting, and I want to take a minute to discuss our new Iolite LED module, our 10-degree Iolite module for 2-inch and 4-inch downlights. Okay, we have the LED module itself is 850 lumens at 12 watts. Our source on this module, we're using a Bridgelux V6 HD. It's a high density chip, small LES to achieve that tight beam. It's available in static CCTs, 27, 30, 35, and 40K, 90 plus CRI. The optic itself is a slim TIR and it's dedicated to the module. Uh, with these tight beams, you can increase task visibility in specific areas with localized beam of light, and it adds contrast and depth to a space by highlighting architectural features, calling attention to specific areas. We have Title 24 at Energy Star, a 5-year warranty. We took some snapshots of the performance on the right here, and then at the bottom, you see the nomenclature. It's this very close, similar to our standard 1,000 lumen and high lumen nomenclature. It's just under CCT, you'll notice that there's a Q that's calling out for the 10-degree module. Compatible housings we'll get into a little bit later. So the module itself, it has a model number. If you want to purchase separately, it's an NIO BLED 109, B standing for Bridgelux, just an easier way to remember. So this specific module requires the LE4 housing. It's a dedicated LED module, and you cannot change the optic like you can with our 1,000 lumen and our high lumen, and I'll show you why in a second. IES photometric layouts are all available on our website. So compatible trims and housings. It's compatible with all our 2-inch trims, flanged and trimless. It's compatible with most 4-inch trims, flanged and trimless. By most, we mean just not the 4 Plus, which is dedicated to our high lumen series. Again, we require LE4 option, and that's the tri-mode driver. That's because the driver's a little bit more efficient than our LE3. And just to keep that high lifetime, we wanted to make sure that we don't push the temperature in the housing any more than we need to. And that's kind of typical with high density chips. They require a little bit more power and a little bit more efficiency out of the driver to stay consistent. It accepts the same accessories and filters as our 1,000 lumen and our high lumen. And then you can see a list of the trims, available trims, compatible housings. The main thing to remember is that it's available with LE4 and the Lutron option. So I want to show you the actual module itself. See my video? Yeah. Okay, so I can't see my. So here you have the standard 1,000 lumen module, right? The optic is field changeable. You can remove it. And here's a TIR option for the 1,000. Same thing, place it in. Here's the 10-degree module. And you'll notice it's got a TIR, it's a slim TIR that's fixed to the module. It's not meant to come out. So unlike the 1,000 lumen and high lumen, you can't switch the actual optic. It's more of a dedicated series. Do we have any questions?
Hey, Daniel, can you hear me? It's Mickey.
Yes, Mickey.
Hey, good job. Can you just talk real quick about the foot candles in the center of that beam and how tight that is? Because I think I saw on that PowerPoint how powerful some of the foot candles are at the distances away. Just point some of those out.
Yeah, so typically you would use a tight beam for high intensity, very small spot. You can use it for taller ceilings to get the same beam diameter, but the actual center beam candle power is much higher than your standard 24 degree. If I remember correctly, our 24 degrees are around 2,500 center beam candle power. and that's at 1,000 lumens. And then with these tight beams, you get we're getting 8,573 maximum center beam, which is where all your punch is. It's very specific if you're trying to highlight, small objects. You want to keep contrast between those objects. You keep the beam very tight, and that helps with the contrast in between and draws your attention to the what you're trying to illuminate.
Yeah, and the foot candles are right below that, in the 200 range at 6 feet away with really tight patterns.
Yeah.
So it's pretty strong.
Yeah. And we have the center beam foot candle plot illuminance at a distance. I set it at 12 feet just to kind of illustrate the intensity.
Yeah, thank you.
LB4 and PEM. Yeah, yes, you can assume the LB4 is available with the PEM. No problems. Any more questions? Good question, Elijah. Doing it with the canvas is going to be a little bit difficult too, because we have a different setup with the driver. And since we're pushing that high density chip, it's something we'll have to actually look into. Most importantly, it's if you're trying to use our canvas, I think we have a adjustable option coming out. Most of the time, you're going to use this on an adjustable fixture. You don't have to, but we can look into a canvas version. Canvas is kind of a term that's being thrown out to me, being in the industry for 10 years. A canvas fixture is a remodel fixture, but the terminology is kind of changing over time. Installation is much easier. You don't have to worry about the rough-in section. You can just run your master J-box and then install everything after the ceiling's already been installed. Any more questions?
Thank you, Daniel, very much.
Thank you, guys.
Another question. The difference between field angle and beam spread.
Well, beam spread, we consider the beam where it cuts off at 50%. So from the center, you walk out 50%. You walk out so the intensity comes down to 50%. The 10% is everything outside that 50%. So it's kind of hard to quantify, but it's more of you would see if you look at it like a beam, you would see the spot in the center, and then you would see some veiling reflection on the outside. That's where you would start to consider the 10%. So you get so understand the full beam pattern. You have to consider both beam and field, because you could have a tight beam with much more field than you would typically like, which is going to turn into kind of a spill light. So it won't appear as tight. But if you keep that field angle down to about twice the beam angle, it appears real tight.
Okay, thanks, Daniel.
Thank you. Okay. Wrap up. Okay, everyone, thank you for your time. We will provide these slideshow for your reference, and have a great day.